Hey, Keith here. Welcome back to another Hawea Grove episode. This time we're up in the North Island, off to visit a company called Tunnicliffe, who specialise in something called thermally modified timber. Hey, tell us a little bit about thermally modified timber, what it is and why you guys do it.
So there's a few modification technologies out there at the moment, and the one that we play around with is thermal modification. So that is basically changing timber at a cellular level without any additional chemicals. So it's simply using computer-controlled high-tech kilns and the application of heat and steam to make something naturally durable.
So where does it come from?
Well, the origins are actually quite interesting. Rumour has it goes all the way back to the Vikings, where they used to burn the outside of their ships. So that charcoal effect on the outside, they believed, gave it an element of durability that no other kind of timber treatment at the time had. They didn't really have too much sophistication. But as it turns out, in between the charcoal and the unburnt timber was actually a thin layer of thermal modification.
So what are the sustainability benefits here, Mark?
Well, one of the main benefits is that you're able to use plantation pine, New Zealand pine, and have it be completely sustainable. Plantation pine, as opposed to a lot of the old growth timbers out there, is relatively quick to grow, and then as soon as you knock it down you can plant more. But the offset of that is that it is quick to grow, but it's low durability. So traditionally you've always been putting a heavy chemical into it, or a heavy metal chemical, whereas with this technology you're able to actually completely environmentally responsibly make it more durable and in a sustainable manner. One of the great things about thermal modification is that instead of putting chemicals in, you're actually taking the sugars and the carbohydrates out of the timber to make it naturally durable. So as opposed to an additive process, it's almost a subtractive, but it's actually a lot more environmentally responsible and something that can last the test of time.
Right, and how does that compare with, say, a hardwood that's imported?
So what you're really looking for when you've got those imported hardwoods or some of the naturally durable natives is you're looking for an element of durability that comes from an old growth timber. So these trees grow very slow and very dense. So some of those trees are 400 years old and then they get knocked down. So they've got these beautiful natural resins in them, and that's what makes them quite naturally durable. However, that slow growth makes them unsustainable. Basically, if you've got something that takes 400 years to grow before you can knock it down and then put it into a building product, it's not really something that can be regularly farmed or sustainably farmed. Unless somebody from 400 years ago was planting plantations anticipating us harvesting them now, it's never going to be a sustainable model.
Here at the Grove, we're using a range of different thermally modified timber sources, like cladding and window joinery from Obodo, and we're going to do a lot of our internal joinery from Tunnicliffe, such as vanity tops, our kitchen island counter, and windowsills. This timber here is maple beech, grown in New Zealand and thermally modified by Tunnicliffe. We're using it as an edging to go around our rammed earth floor here in the living area, which will be installed very soon. We'll explore more about thermally modified timber in our next episode when we take a look at our Japanese style cladding from Obodo and our European style windows made by Eurotech Windows in Dunedin.